Dawn doesn't even have a bed.
I can't imagine my mom ever writing poetry, and yet...
Look at his mohawk.
A poem for Gus, who always said the wedding was a bad idea. Our father never hit us kids, at least not very hard, before the day my brother said with teenage disregard that he'd be dead before he'd see a wedding in our yard.
Oh my god, this is so cool. That's neat.
My father made him come, of course, but Gus stood far apart, just flew his kite and bottled up the storm inside his heart.
He was angsty. Boy.
I tried to talk him out of it, but though he'd never met her, we don't need a stepmom, were the words that I
now pronounce you husband and wife.
Where's the next line? Oh. Oh, here they are. Oh, I didn't even see him.
When the time for photos came, Dad ordered him to come here. But Gus declined, and as a sign held up his middle finger.
Ooh. Oh. Jeez.
The wind picked up, and panicked geese appeared and quickly went. But all the humans did that day was go inside the tent. The rain came down in buckets then, but no one seemed afraid that nature might destroy the tent our dad had crudely made.
Oh my god, look at this.
The thunder sounded much too close and full of angry power. But all my father said to this was, "Make the music louder." I wish that I could truly say I thought about you on that day. Out there on the beach alone, just you, the wind, the sea, and foam. But I didn't, until we found you.
Everybody's dead. I mean, I get it. That's why Edith has the house, but...
She never talked about him, but Mom told me once if I was a boy, they were going to name me Gus.
I see Sanjay's name. I guess we're gonna learn about them. I'm interested. A rock climbing wall. Damn, let's do it. Jump rope 100 times. Jumping jacks 150. 100 push-ups, 100 crunches. Run to mailbox and back. That's a hell of a routine, I gotta say.
My mom moved up to the loft after her brothers died. At the time, it was as far away as she could get.
We're gonna go out after this?
She spent a summer building houses in Calcutta, where she met my dad, Sanjay.
Oh. But why was he buried next to... I completely misinterpreted that. Oh, I see. Yep. 10 ways to teach critical thinking. I like it. For the homeschool student and teacher. Woo, there's like way too much personal connection there for me. All right.
My mom moved to India a week after graduation and got a job teaching English.
Naturally.
Lewis was born a year later.
All these missing posters. It's of Milton, who we haven't really heard anything about yet.
When my dad died, I don't think Mom knew where else to go. I'm sure Edie was happy to have her back.
Edith, Milton, and Lewis.
And to see
They had
kids
like
in the
a-
house again.
They had a family garden. Dawn's wasn't very well cared for.
The house had to get a little bigger, but Edie was used to that.
Wow, where the heck are we? Pretty high up.
And for a while, things were good. Almost normal.
Yeah, you guys were homeschooled. Wow. It's a hell of a classroom. I was homeschooled growing up, and we did not have anything like this.
But it didn't last.
Did not look so official. What's that sound? Oh, it's just the light. Relief efforts end in disaster. Alright, why didn't it last, Edith? Why didn't it last?
The beginning of the end was Milton's 10th birthday, when Edie gave him a castle.
This is kick-ass.
After Milton disappeared, the only thing he left behind was a room full of paintings.
Right, he disappeared. We get to go inside there? I want to see his paintings. Okay, hang on. I'm gonna go around the side. Okay, well, there was no reason to come over here. Can you imagine having a bed like this? Overlooking this? Crazy. It's a painting of a door. Whoa. Okay, we'll look at that in a second. I mean, I don't think there's anything else we can click on in here, but I always like to double check. Alright, let's do it.
Milton Finch in The Magic Paintbrush.
It's a flip book. There's that door we saw. Can we go through the door? Oh, no, that's it.
I was 4 when Milton disappeared.
Did he really go through a magic door? I want to go up there. Please tell me we get to do that at some point. Oh, yeah, we can. Okay. Oh, okay, here we go.
Mom spent months searching for my brother. Then she sealed the doors.
I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try it. Doesn't work. Probably because you can't do something like that.
Whatever Milton had found in the house, Mom didn't want it getting out.
This is so cool, like the bridge right here. Oh, he's got a castle? It's nuts. Like, if I was 10 years old, heck, if I was like 15, heck, today, present day me would love this house.
Mom definitely blamed Edie, but I think Lewis blamed himself.
We're gonna talk about Lewis's castle, Lewis's badass ship castle up here.
After he graduated, he just spent more and more time in his room. Until Mom got him a job at the Canary.
Wow, exciting. The Canary.
Everyone always told me to stay out of Lewis's room. Except Lewis.
I got an achievement. A closer look. I guess because I looked through all the peepholes now. Wow. Oh, wait. But what about the other side? Ah. Check it out in a second. Wow, I would not step out on this. Tip the whole thing over and fall. Hey, a hookah. You kids
Lewis's
smoking
room
dope.
smelled very, very familiar. That part of him lived on.
Oh, legalized marijuana.
Lewis and I spent a lot of time playing games together, but he was surprisingly bad at them. He died a lot.
Okay, I thought, oh boy. Thought she, like, was talking about real life for a second. He died a lot. Because I was just talking about how he was dead. Oh boy. Obviously she was talking about in the game. But for like a split second, I didn't realize that.
Dear Mrs. Finch, as Lewis's psychiatrist, I can understand your desire for an explanation. As I see it, the trouble began in January, shortly after we convinced your son to seek treatment for substance abuse. Newly sober, I believe Lewis first noticed the monotony of his daily life.
Oh!
He kept working at the Canary.
Oh my god. I'm participating in this. You know what? This one keeps its head. Crap.
In our sessions, I saw the same behavior. His mind began to...
What's that? His mind began to what? I can't reach it.
wander.
Oh! What?
I asked him to describe it.
Oh my god.
He said he started small.
Having to do two things at
Imagining a
once.
labyrinth. He'd feel his way about.
I really like how this game does stuff like this. It's really
And
unconventional.
something moved. Bats. And toads.
It's a dragon?
And
Damn.
things that have not names.
This is some Lovecraftian shit.
He knew it was all in his head. But he took it very seriously.
Oh! I lit my torch! Okay, come
I
on.
had hoped he'd find himself. But he found something more.
What? Look, I'm playing
I
Diablo
wondered
or
about him
something.
Daydreaming at the Canary. I spoke with his boss. But he said Lewis had become a model employee. Methodical, tireless, focused. Like a whole new Lewis. So I let him go on.
Oh,
I
it's
even
becoming more and
encouraged
more. It's obscuring reality.
It seemed very promising at first. He told me he'd made a new friend.
Dog! Come with me, dog. Dog, 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 dog. Yeah. Let's
On the edge
This
of
way.
a city he named Lewis. He built the city up slowly, brick by brick.
Oh my god.
Then
Falling
he made
behind.
musicians. And songs for them to play. He talked about starting a band. And he was
Oh my, the
always
Pied
humming
Piper?
something. Every day his imagination grew stronger.
That does seem to be a trend
He no longer
of the
spoke
Finches.
of the Canary,
Imagination, right? The
but his
Finch
chopping
family.
was as reliable as ever.
The Finch family curse is imagination.
Then one day it struck him.
What
That
struck
all
him?
the cheering crowds, even the stones under his feet, were all in his imagination. So he could do whatever he wished. He held an election for mayor. And he won.
Super Mario.
They begged him to stay, but his mind was already wandering. It became a game for him.
What?
He'd conquer a city, then immediately push on. New Louisville. St. Louis.
St. Louis.
He
Nice.
started drifting away from our reality. Minneapolis.
Wow,
Until one
that's
day
a
he
stretch.
forgot to go home from the Canary. Even as his mother pleaded with him, part of Lewis kept sailing on. In Louisburg, he heard rumors of a
Beautiful prince and a handsome queen.
beautiful prince.
Oh. Did I make a choice just now?
The prince was on his own quest for
Let's go, sinister serpents.
sinister serpents.
Ah, slain. That was easy. Defeated. Ow.
He followed the sound of his
Electric sitar, obviously.
electric sitar.
Ooh. Ah, darn it.
His chase led him to a golden palace east of the sun and west of the moon. Even then, his logic remained sound.
Oh my god. It's taken over the whole screen.
He knew the world was all in his imagination.
Oh, there's so many. And you know what? Oh my god.
But he was so proud of having created it. In his own eyes, he'd become something greater than a king.
A god.
For someone who'd never known success in the real world, I think it was overwhelming. And then it struck him that the real Lewis was not the one chopping salmon, but the one climbing the steps of a golden palace.
I don't know about that, buddy.
My imagination is as real as my body, he told me. It was hard to argue with him.
Whoa, that's weird. We're at the Canary. Ah, there's your 3DS. Or whatever
Began to
it
forget
is.
the world we know.
This is
I
formatted
think it
a lot
pained him
like
to remember Lewis, the cannery worker.
the world that we just saw, but it's the Canary instead of the Golden Palace.
He began to despise the man with a royal contempt.
What you doing there, Finch?
I still thought I could save him. Even after he said he was being crowned king over all the lands of wonder. The palace would
Hey!
be packed with his companions.
This reminds me of Journey. Great game if you haven't played it.
Including the wise Calico who'd insisted on advising him.
Cat named Molly. Nice tie-in. Callback. They're all faceless. But they're happy I'm here. Wow.
His prince waited, holding his crown. There was only one thing left to do.
Be crowned. Fish on the wall.
Bend down his head. And the rest I think you know. Mrs. Finch, your son was a kind man who will be missed by all of us who knew him.
Buh.
My brother was really cool. I wish you could have met him.
Yeah. Oh boy. Look at your glass pipe there. How many of these do you have? 1, 2. They're both blue too. Why would you get two of the same color? Oh boy. High school diploma. Well, we're slowly making our way to the top of the Finch family home. I can't help but notice, however, we still haven't filled in Edie's portrait. We've got everyone
On the way back
else.
from Lewis's funeral, my mom told me to start packing. She waited until the day before we left to tell Edie.
Edie is dead. Okay, I was like,
I'm
are we
not
about
sure
to find
if she
her?
wanted to make it easier or harder. I wish we'd stayed.
Can you imagine gathering the family in this home?
But I
Ringing the
understand
dinner
why we
bell?
left.
Take you like half an hour to get down there from up here.
My mom ended up leaving everything behind.
Yeah. Happy 90th birthday. What a crazy view, though. What? I heard
What happened
something.
that night had been coming for a long time. Maybe it should have come sooner. But it had to end one way or another. All that's left now is to tell you about that last night.
Edith. Oh, it's the little dudes.
That whole last day, Edie just watched us pack and didn't say a word. Until supper, when she raised her glass and said,
"To our final night together, and all our final nights apart."
Grandma, you know what I said about alcohol. Some of your medications are very
Edith,
specific.
I left a present for you in the hallway. Why don't you go open it? The grown-ups have to argue now.
I'm sorry, you're right. We're all leaving tomorrow. Let's just enjoy our last...
I'm not leaving.
Edith, you're excused.
Oh. Here I am.
the power had been shut off that morning, but Edie always had plenty of candles. When my mom sealed the library, I don't think she knew about the other entrance.
The other entrance.
Or that Edie had a key to it.
That thing you're afraid of isn't going to end when you leave the house. Edith has a right to know these stories.
My children are dead because of your stories.
Boy.
I think it's best if Edith and I leave tonight. We'll have the nursing home send a van for you in the morning.
Ooh. That's rough.
Dear Edith, there's so many stories I wish I could tell you, but there's only time for one. This is about what happened on the night you were born. That night, the tide went way, way out. It was the first and last time I ever saw the old house aground. There'd been an earthquake out in the middle of the ocean. They called it the lowest tide in 1,000 years. God, it smelled awful. You know, I've seen that house every day of my life. But I never thought I'd go back to it.
I want to freaking see it. We're going there right now.
When the fog rolled in, I lost my way.
No. No. But the light. We'll look for the light.
I got turned around.
No, you just turned me around. I saw that. Game.
For a while, I wandered.
Thank you, letters.
I started seeing things. things I'd forgotten had ever existed. But when I saw them, they felt like old friends. That night, a lot of things came back to me. Or maybe I came back to them.
There we are.
Things I can't explain, but that I need you to try and...
Edith, what are you doing in here?
It's mine.
Edith!
Mom, you're gonna rip it. Let go. I kicked and screamed, but Mom dragged me to the car. I never saw Great-Grandma Edie again. The next morning, the van came to pick her up, but she was already gone. After that, we moved around a lot. We both tried to make the best of it.
Oh. Oh. Ooh.
A few years went by. My mom didn't like to talk about it.
It's a dandelion.
But she started getting sick a lot. The rest happened pretty quickly.
Everyone dies in this freaking game.
She got better for a while, and then she didn't.
Literally everyone dies.
And then I was alone. The last Finch left alive. Until I found out about you. I'm still not sure what to tell you about all this. If we lived forever, maybe we'd have time to understand things. But as it is, I think the best we can do is try to open our eyes. And appreciate how strange and brief all of this is. This journal was supposed to be for you.
Oh my god. I just realized what's
But now I
happening.
hope you'll never see it. I just want to meet you. And tell you all these stories myself. But I guess if you're reading this now, things didn't work out that way. This is where your story begins. I'm sorry I won't be there to see it. It's a lot to ask, but I don't want you to be sad that I'm gone. I want you to be amazed that any of us ever had a chance to be here at all. Good luck.
Did she die in childbirth? Said she was only 18. Okay, I was about to say, when they showed the kid, I was like, oh no. Don't tell me they're all dead too. I can't take any more dead people. So these are just childhood photographs of... Right. I think I met one of these people at PAX, but I can't remember who. I think it might have been Chris. Anyway, so that was What Remains of Edith Finch. a lot sadder than I thought it was going to be. Emotional roller coaster ride, but that's a beautiful game. It's a work of art, I think. I would categorize it as. Very interesting to play too in a lot of parts. They did a lot of creative things with the game that I wasn't expecting. It was definitely much more unpredictable than other games in this style. So yeah, and enjoyed it as much as you can enjoy a game about you know, an entire family dying in increasingly tragic ways, it seemed. But yeah, good stuff. Like, I honestly, I don't have anything particularly insightful to say about it. It's just good. It's good. And it was a great story. Really got sucked in. I liked all the characters. You got a feel for every one of the characters. They were well developed, in my opinion. I think as far as like gameplay goes, Barbara had to have been my favorite story, though. What was your favorite story? Leave it in the comments. Tell me what your favorite story was, because they all had interesting things about them. I think Gregory's was, I don't know. It was the most beautifully sad one, I think. The one in the bathtub. The one that shocked me the most was the one, either Walter's, where he gets hit by the train, or Sam's, where he's taken the photo with his daughter and he gets knocked off the cliff. Those both surprised me a lot. Some of these I was thinking, like, this would be so cool in VR, like Calvin's story with the swing. It was really well done. Graphics were beautiful, soundtrack was awesome. Yeah, just no negatives really, except that it was a little short. But oh, Neil Druckmann was a playtester, huh? Neat. Yeah, thanks to Annapurna for sending me a key for the game and letting me try it out at PAX. Not disappointed at all. Enjoyed it. Had a good time. There's the entire team. 12 people made this game. Over 5 years. That's crazy. Blows my mind. The replay a story option is now available. Cool. Alright guys, well, let me know what you thought in the comments. And yeah, interested to hear what your favorite story is. I will see you guys in the next playthrough. Think critically.